Welcome to Hit or Miss. This is the series where I either review games, TV shows, anime, movies, you name it. It's something that piques my interest, I'm going to review it. And so today I want to talk about Modern Warfare 2.
You're the commander of a foreign terror organization.
I can say the same to you.
So over the past 5 years or so, I haven't really been that interested in Call of Duty games except for the Modern Warfare series. I've always enjoyed them. I think they're great games. They're not exactly something I want to play every day, but it's something that I can boot up on a computer and, have a great time. So I'm going to break this review down into 3 parts. I'm going to start with the campaign, then I'm going to go to co-op, and then I'm going to go to multiplayer. I'm going to peel the band-aid off now. I'm going to tell you the bad news. Co-op sucks dick. I'm going to get into it a little bit more later. I just want to let you know now, if you're sitting by the edge of your seat hoping that I'm going to say it's great and that it's a lot of fun, no, it's fucking trash. And Infinity Ward should be ashamed to even ship this garbage. I do not like it. But let me start with the campaign. So the campaign is actually really good, in my personal opinion at least. Now, I know IGN took a big dump on it and gave it a 6, but I don't understand what people expect when you go into a Call of Duty campaign. You're not about to get some Sony first party AAA writing. That's not what the games are for. People do not go to Call of Duty for some god tier story where they're going to start crying 2 missions in and tear up and, be balling in a little corner. That's not what people play it for. They play it for the gunplay, for having fun, and that's what it does well. It does it so fucking well. So pretty much the story follows the same beats as all the previous ones. Bad guys got missile attacking the U.S. soil, call it a day, kill them. U.S. is saved again. Woo! Yeah. The best way I like to describe the story is pretty much a cheesy interactive movie in the form of a game, and it works so fucking well. Now, the thing that really stood out for me besides the graphics was the gameplay. It was just, chef's kiss. It was perfect. Instead of every mission being pew, 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 pow, 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 you're dead. Next mission, woo. Instead of it just being that, you actually have different things that you do per each mission. Now, I'm aware that previous Call of Duties had missions where you do different things and you do different activities while you're inside that mission. But what I'm focusing more on is that these missions are specific. Like, each mission doesn't exactly feel like I've just did this like a minute ago on another mission. There's of course missions that share the same mechanics and you kind of do some of the same things a little bit between those missions, but overall it doesn't feel like I'm retreading the same exact shit that I did like 3 missions ago and now I'm doing it all over again. It feels unique enough, it feels different enough that I'm not sitting there asking myself, why am I doing this again? It's more like, wow, this is fucking cool. All right, let's keep going. And then you have callback missions that remind you of the previous games, such as you have an AC-130 mission, you had All Gillied Up. And when I was playing it, I was just having like a nostalgic trip. I was like, oh shit, yo, we're actually doing this. Like, I just started having like flashbacks when I was a kid playing these games, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. On top of that, you hear names like Commander Shepard, Gas, Ghost. All these names come up and you're just sitting there in your mind like, oh shit, I remember them. Oh my god, they're fucking here. Let's fucking go. We got the whole squad. Let's go. It's those moments that really sell this for me. This entire game is pretty much a love letter for fans of the original trilogy. On top of that, they had some missions where you introduce a crafting mechanic to be stealthy and you would have to be all by yourself. I'm not going to go too far into spoilers, even though I don't really think there's really such thing as a spoiler for a Call of Duty campaign, but they introduce a lot of different things that really makes each mission feel different, unique, and it makes you kind of want to actually come back, because that's where I feel like previous Call of Duties kind of missed the mark, is there's not enough set pieces, there's not enough memorable missions. This game goes for what it does well, fun missions. That's what people remember. The days are gone where you remember the story of Modern Warfare 2, the original, or Call of Duty 4, and how those iconic moments went down. Now it's about what missions do I want to replay? What do I think about? What do I actually want to replay in the future? And that's how I feel for this game. A lot of missions were very memorable. I feel like I can go back and I would enjoy the campaign again. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to remember most of the story because it's really forgettable, but the gameplay itself was a lot of fun, and I think that's what a majority of fans for the series actually care about. Now, while I do love praising the campaign, there are negative parts to it that I must speak on because some of them just didn't make sense to me. So in total, there's 17 missions. Yes, air quotes 17, because you have some missions that are literally like 5 minutes, maybe 10 if you're lucky. I'm gonna put a screenshot up right now that gives you an idea how long each mission is. Now, the overall length of the campaign, it took me about 6 hours to beat, so it wasn't like something crazy long. I think that's kind of like a perfect spot because eventually you do get to a point where you're like, all right, I'm kind of tired of this. I just want to be done. So I don't think there was ever a moment where I was playing a game where I was like, shit, I hope this would, be finished and done and over with. I want to go play something else. It was kind of a decent enough pace for me. The length was all right. I wasn't really too upset when I finished it. I know some people had complaints, such as like the car mission was a little bit too long, where you're pretty much the entire mission is you're just driving a car. But for me, it was just dying over and over and over. That's what made it longer for me. But that was really it. The next issue I had, and I think this is the biggest issue with the campaign, was just the lackluster ending, the hype up to the end just for it to kind of fall flat on his face. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not bad, but I don't think that what they were building up towards led to anywhere that was meaningful or had like a real impact. The villain, no one really cares about him. He was just there. He just existed. Never at any time where I was like, oh shit, yo, this guy is fucking wild. He's nuts. He's crazy. Oh, my God, what the hell is he doing? I was just like, oh, all right. He just keeps teleporting everywhere and we keep going after him. Woo! Overall, the ending of the game was very lackluster. It wasn't anything wild. They set you up for Modern Warfare 3. And that's pretty much it. They have a very cool post-credit scene, which is I thought was kind of neat. I didn't even know it existed because once credits roll, I'm just like, all right, I'm out of here. I wasn't expecting them to pull like a Marvel. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. It's kind of hype. It gives you another callback to another mission from Call of Duty back in the day. I'm not going to spoil that one because I think that's a really neat surprise. If you want to see it, I recommend you looking it up. I just wish the campaign would have ended on more like a high note, something hype, something cool, you know, something that would make me be like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy, you know, something memorable instead of the route that they chose to go with. So now we're going to talk about the one part that I've been very disappointed in. The whole reason why I waited to post this review, because I'll be honest, multiplayer, all right, spoiler alert, it's multiplayer, it's same shit. I mean, there's a lot of arguments that people have had. The UI sucks, there's bugs, they didn't launch with tier 1 playlists, so you don't have hardcore mode, you don't have your stats. There's a lot of things missing from multiplayer. I'm sure it'll be patched in down the line. I'm not too crazy on multiplayer these days with Call of Duty, so take it as you will. But I mean, it's what you expect. It's Call of Duty. It's same shit, different maps. That's it. Nothing else really is different from the formula. Now for co-op, aka Spec Ops, aka the mode that they fucking took a big dump on in 2019's version of Modern Warfare, they were bringing it back in this game, but I don't think they called it Spec Ops because they knew it wasn't really going to be received as well, but that's what they tried to spin it as for this game. And so once I finished the campaign, I was looking forward to finally doing co-op for this game. I was like, all right, it's release day. I waited till almost midnight for it, and I was like, yo, let's fucking do this. I got high hopes. The campaign was good. I mean, how could they fuck this up? And co-op is trash, dog shit, shouldn't exist, waste of time, you name it. I don't like it at all. So let's start with the first part. You only got 3 missions. That's it. Yeah, 3 missions. Now, mind you, the original Modern Warfare 2 had 23 Spec Ops missions. And while some of them were trash, some of them did not need to exist, a majority of them were fun and they were in pretty decent length. The new Modern Warfare 2 has 3 missions and each one of them is trash. So the first issue is you can't play by yourself. You have to do their online co-op matchmaking, which maybe there is a way to play solo, but their UI is so fucking dog shit. I can't tell if I was doing it the right way or not. I just know that when I clicked play that someone showed up in my lobby and I was like, all right, cool. I guess I got to play this with somebody even though I didn't want to. I just wanted to play by myself because the original allowed me to do that. But I guess, no, we got to play with everybody online. And I get it, you're probably watching these videos like, well, it says cooperative, so of course you're going to play with someone. Well, Spec Ops allowed me to play by myself or with someone. I thought this was going to be the same way, considering they like to push the Spec Ops narrative with this game. So that was my original assumption. Shame on me for thinking that. So the first mission is pretty much clearing buildings and collecting nuclear warheads. And then you go to exfil site. That's the whole mission.
We gotta stop those nuclear warheads. I'm trying to figure out where this radioactive object is.
Visual on the device.
Oh.
Way to keep an eye out.
Oh, did that? Wait, what the fuck? These motherfuckers just ran me over. What the fuck? They literally just drove a car over me. I swear to God, if this is the entire mission, this is the most depressing bullshit ever. I hope they were like, alright, you did part 1 of like 3 parts. Mission accomplished. Wow. Oh my God. They cannot be shitting me.
Second mission, you're taking down SAM missile sites. I didn't even bother to complete the mission because I got bored like 12 minutes in. The entire time, I just wish I was playing something else, but I was hopeful that I would be like, oh shit, we're going in hot. This is going to be so cool.
Planting charge.
Stand clear of the blast area. Good effect, Breaker. Alpha is offline. AQ knows you're here now. They will bring hell your way. Find a vehicle and move to destroy the remaining SAM sites. Breaker 1, target grid is marked. Go destroy those missiles.
This is so bad. Oh my God. I'll be honest, I actually might just quit this. This feels so boring. Going through 3 different SAM sites, I don't feel anything tactical about this at all.
And then the third mission is pretty much a repurposed Modern Warfare 3 map made for a survival mode where you're surviving 6 waves and that's it.
Contact down there.
The fuck?
Double 1-1, we're getting lit up. Moving to secondary HLC, over.
No, that's just me shooting somebody.
Watcher 1, Alpha's compromised. Move.
They're approaching Bravo. ETA 30 seconds.
I remember this.
Breaker 1, Devil 2, we're standing by at Bravo.
Breaker 1, advise you resupply, then link up with Devil 2 at Bravo.
Breaker 1, Devil 2, we're standing by at Bravo.
Breaker 1, AQ is losing ground. Clear him out.
Secure the objective.
Watcher 1, copies all.
Damn, my character's not even pushing the horn. What is this, just
Be
wave
advised,
defenses?
AQ is entering the area. To your east.
These motherfuckers really took a Modern Warfare 3 map from like over 10 years ago and turned it into a co-op mission. I'm fucking done with Audacity.
Now, the one positive note is the cutscenes are cool. I thought that was really neat. That's why I was expecting it to be great. I was like, oh man, we're hitting heavy hard. The second the mission started playing these cutscenes, and I was like, shit, damn, all right, they coming in ready. And that's where it ended. After that, I was just like, all right, everything else kind of is very lackluster, boring, not fun. I was very disappointed in co-op. I thought they were going to do something a little bit more interesting. The fact that there's only 3 missions is extremely disappointing. I honestly don't know why they even bothered with this if they weren't going to try. It's just a waste of time. They could have just made more maps, I guess, for multiplayer. But yeah, not good. Not great at all. Now, before one of you Call of Duty fanboys who might be watching that never played the original starts going to your keyboard typing at me, let me show you some compare and contrast missions from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original, and their Spec Op missions, and then what they give you in this new one. And then you tell me that Infinity Ward was putting in their best effort to make something that was fun, worth playing, and is really worth your time.
Let's do this.
Enemy BTR has a visual on you, Hunter 2-1. Advise seeking cover. Over. Hunter 2-1 relay from Goliath 1. You got an enemy helicopter loaded for bear approaching your area. Over. Civilian hostages at your position. Watch your fire. Hotel 6, hostages from lower decks are being extracted.
Let's do this.
Now, I know after watching that footage, you're going to be like, oh, well, isn't that the same as a new one? They got wave base. you're going from area to area. And yes, you're correct. But when the original Modern Warfare 2 came out in 2009, there was at least variety between each mission you did, so it didn't feel like you were doing the same thing every single time. And you were able to do it solo or with your friends. It makes no sense that the new Modern Warfare 2 comes out and they can't even match the same amount of missions that was in the 2009 version. If you're going to try to sell this idea of Spec Ops, co-op, and having fun, then at least match what your predecessor did in 2009, or don't even make the game mode at all. So yeah, someone who was a big fan of the original Spec Ops, this is a very big letdown. It feels like a spit in my face, even though I wasn't expecting much to begin with. And then as for multiplayer, like I said, it's Call of Duty. Nothing really different changes. I don't really think that you're going to go into it and be like blown away. It's just kind of the same shit. Each year, new Call of Duty comes out. This one's going to last for 2 years instead of 1 year. So that's a bright side. So at least if you buy it today, then you know that you're going to at least be playing it for probably 2 years. But if you go to Reddit, then you'll see like all the complaints and things people have issues with. Same shit as usual. And then one last note I wanted to touch on was I played this on PC and the performance leaves a lot to be desired. If you update to the new NVIDIA drivers, then there's performance issues. I've been kicked out of my game. I was having a great multiplayer game last night live on Twitch, twitch.tv/thisiswasabi with 2 eyes. Come on by. We'd love to see you there. But I was playing multiplayer and I had a great group of people that I was playing with and I just got booted out of the game. The whole game crashed on me and said, yep, try again. Same shit for when I was doing campaign. My graphics settings got reset. I had to reset up everything all over again. It's fucking terrible. I didn't like it. I really don't understand what's with the shader optimization and the lag that really happens. Like when you die in a campaign, it would take about 5 to 10 seconds for it to like get its shit back together. And so you would just be lagging everywhere, which I don't know why it does that every single mission. It's very weird, and I hope they fix that. And then there would be times where I was playing the game and I would just clip through the entire building, and the only way to fix that was for me to quit the game, come back in, and then all the issues would be fixed. Because no matter how many times I would die in the game, it would just bring me back to the same glitch location. And then there would be a lot of various FPS fluctuations. There wasn't really anything consistent. Sometimes you would have high frame rates. Sometimes you would have really low frame rates. I think it's an optimization error. Hopefully they get that fixed. But besides that, it wasn't like it was like unplayable to me. If you want to see my PC specs, I have a link in the description below. It shows you my entire PC specs and everything I got on it. But for me, it wasn't something where I was like, I need to go online and look up optimization guides and hope that I can get the game running right. I just put DLSS on it and called it a day. Anyways, I think overall the game is great. Campaign, I enjoyed it a lot. It's probably the most fun I've had in a while with a Call of Duty game. Co-op, aka Spec Ops, is dog shit. Don't even bother wasting your time with it. Multiplayer, it's Call of Duty. It's what you expect. It's nothing new, nothing different. So just keep that in mind. Do I think the game is worth $70? Fuck no. No shot. Not even close. If you want a good campaign, I say pick it up when it's on sale. If it ever goes for $30 or $40, knowing the way that they want to milk this game for 2 years, I doubt it's going to go on sale soon. Maybe it'll be like $5 off, $10 off, but I don't expect a steep discount for a while. But if it sounds like you're going to enjoy campaign, co-op for some reason, and multiplayer, then I say go for it. Give it for $70. I mean, it's more power to you if you think you're going to enjoy all aspects of it. Personally, for me, multiplayer is cool, but I don't see me playing it a lot, especially with God of War coming out and a bunch of other heavy hitters coming very soon. So it's not really on my radar to play as like a go-to game all the time. Campaign is something that I think is great. It's something that no one should miss if you're a big fan of Call of Duty to begin with, but it's not worth $70. Wait to get it on the sale and then play, and then of course you'll have bug fixes and all that other shit on top of it as well too. So it's kind of like a win-win package. Anyways, all I got for you. If you made it this far into the video, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Have a great day. Yeah.